Rory and I met at a higher laws course back in 2011-ish, something like that. That company blends personal development with spiritual principles. Rory lives in Cardston, Alberta, and Rory Hochstein is a suicide survivor and now husband to his wife, Jenny, and father to their 5 energetic kids. Wow, that's a lot. Learning how to overcome suicide, depression, and addiction literally saved his life and allowed him to take his life to new levels. He absolutely loves entrepreneurship, building businesses, and being a support and listening ear for a friend in need. I'm truly grateful that Rory's with us. And as you can see, this is real life. He's in his vehicle and he's kindly taken time out of his day. And I will pass the mic over to Rory. Thank you, Rory.
Fantastic. And Scott, just let me know when you want me to turn off.
I will do. Thank you.
I said, well, thanks again for having me. And it's wonderful to reconnect with you, and brings back a lot of memories. But yeah, this story is for the one who's out there who's maybe, struggling with addiction. Maybe they've had suicidal thoughts. Maybe they're just very disoriented or feeling flooded with a lot of negative emotions. And I hope something that I can say can be of value to you. And so I'll just dive right in. So as Scott said, I'm Rory, and it wasn't that long ago. Maybe it was about 6-7 years ago, where things were really, really low for me. It was really bad. I was very disoriented about life, and just seen no bright future, no belief that dreams would come true, no belief that things would get better. And this was in like a prosperous era too. This was like for Alberta anyways, where we were living. And I just remember feeling so hopeless, so hurt, and so lost, that the pain kept compounding and building and building, which, led into different addictions, whether it was like food binging or just feeling just like getting up was a chore, self-hygiene was a chore. There's nothing that I wanted to do to take care of myself, because I felt so much hopelessness and like a zombie, like just glazed over eyes. And it was a really rough time. Um, and there was just things in my life. There was financial issues, and not to go in a whole bunch of detail, but the pain was so great every single day that the idea was that if I took my life and gave my family the money from, life insurance or whatever, that was at least a entertainment of thought, that life would be better for them, because I wasn't giving anything in these relationships. Now, my wife, bless her heart, she loved me through it all. She still did her best to believe and pray for me in all these situations, but I just couldn't see any way out. And it was like I was in this deep, dark hole, and I didn't see any possibility that things would get better. So I went to addiction groups, I went to counseling, but still the end thought was like, they're having a worse life because of me. So I think the world will be better off without, which was a big lie. But I just didn't see anything different that could happen from that. And so, but miracle and prayer answered. I had an amazing friend. His name was Devin. He invited me to the Higher Laws event, which Scott alluded to. And I can't even begin to describe how shifting my environment, being with a group of people who are dedicated to my happiness, to my success, to understanding how life works, how different principles work about money, about relationships, just it totally ripped me out of this, I'll call it this mental landfill, where I was just like basically thinking garbage thoughts and garbage everything, and I was in a really unhealthy place, and being transplanted into this, this beautiful garden of amazing people. And it was a shock to my system, but at the same time, it took me from a place where I'd be typing, how do I stop suicidal thoughts and stop, just, my wife wondering, will she see me the next day, sort of place, to now a place where, like, even though there's very stressful experiences, my resiliency and ability to find joy in life has skyrocketed. I never knew that, we'd have 5 kids. As crazy and busy as it is, I never knew that would lead to me rubbing shoulders with incredible entrepreneurs and just amazing people. I never knew that on the other side of this, that there would be amazing friends and people like Scott that I can, rub shoulders with, or just other people who have struggled too. And there was a part of me just inside at this Higher Laws event that just said, there's just some resolve amongst being in this great place of like, this is not how I want my story to end. And my story beyond this can look different. It doesn't have to be this darkness and this like just depression all the time. Now, like, everybody has a different journey, and I can't say that, like there's a cure all for everything. But what I do know for sure is that environment truly matters. Like, many people are probably familiar with the story of the 2 wolves that are battling it out. There's this good wolf, and then there's this bad wolf, and the bad wolf symbolizes the negativity, the self-harm, destroying the great part of our lives. And then there's good wolf, who wants to build us up, who wants to believe in us, to give us encouragement. And this old man who's telling this story to these children, they ask him, like, which wolf is going to win? And he says, the one that you feed. And that really struck me, that there is a part of us that needs to be fed. And sometimes, especially when we're in this depression state, we're on life support. Like, there's really, like, at least for me, I did not have the ability to bring myself out of that environment. I needed a friend to say, hey, come here. I needed a friend to say, go see this person. I needed a friend to bring me out. And it worked, like, shifting my environment, being able to say it's okay to take support. Like, there's this false belief that in my situation, to be a man means you need to figure it out on your own. Yeah, self-reliance is important, but it's also like, if you get your car stuck in the ditch, no one skips a thought to call a tow truck to get you out. But at the same time, when we get stuck in our own mental ditch, or in like a depression ditch, we think that we have to isolate ourselves and suffer there, when the truth is we don't have to. There's amazing people that are ready to serve, to help bring us really to a higher level, to a place where we don't have to feel like we're crazy, but that, we have self-worth, we're worth being loved, we're worth being cared about, and worth being supported. And so, but it requires on both sides, the person to take ownership, to say, I need help. I'm willing to accept help. And that's what I had to do. And the results were phenomenal. Like, it shifted everything around for me. So that's, there's so much to share in so little time, but if there's one takeaway I'd say with this, just know, like, it's okay to say, I need help, and to do your best, experiment, try, fail, like, whatever it takes to take that next step of, whatever's going to help shift your environment, or, bring in the good. So anyways, I know I'm coming up on my time here, Scott. So
Oh, no, I really appreciate you sharing, Rory. And as you said, I fully agree that, especially as men, it's almost like built into many men, myself included, that reaching out for support is a sign of weakness. And
totally.
as you mentioned, I think a lot of us, either we grow up that way or we believe that, and it's like deeply embedded in a lot of men. And I know you didn't see this shirt, Rory, so I'll show you this shirt I got for the event.
Nice. There we
Be
go.
kind to
Yeah.
yourself, reach out for help. So
Awesome. Wow.
yeah, and once again, I would like to really thank Rory for being so honest and vulnerable, sharing his story publicly. And you can tell how well spoken he is. I mean, he's just sitting in his vehicle and he gives an amazing talk, just kind of off the cuff. So have a great rest of your day, Rory. Please say hi to your amazing wife for me, and take care.
Fantastic, Scott. It was a pleasure to work with you. Have a good one.
Thank you so much.